Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson Sen.
15 PCA.
810-454.
Be sure to check us out over on Twitter at C15 Podcast. Join the discussion over on Discord, link in the description below. And if you're enjoying the videos, be sure to sub, like, share, and hit that bell for notifications. I remember hearing about this on and off again, this Gremlins cartoon series. And I always thought Gremlins, I loved it growing up, but it was a little violent. Yeah. The Gremlin movies were almost rated R. Mm-hmm. Like there was times where like they had to cut things out because the guys, we can't do that. Like they wanted the mom to be like get her head chopped off or whatever. Like guys, if we do that, it's gonna be a hard R.
Right. Yeah, the old lady that gets thrown through the house through the window.
Yeah, on the little chair, she just like rocketed out of the thing. So I'm like, okay, how are they gonna make this new kids cartoon? Oh, they just making something completely different. It's literally has nothing to do with the past movies. No. Except for Gizmo's name Gizmo. And this takes place like in a olden times, but like, you know, back on the Orient Express, you know, like when the trains first started coming to like Asia, it's like that time period.
Yeah. Which
makes no sense. So this is a prequel to the movies, but his name's Gizmo and he didn't have that name until after he met. So it's weird. It reminds me of Lot just because it's CGI. So, but I remember the Jackie Chan Adventures.
Yeah.
It has that vibe, but which I like that show, but I don't want that for Gremlins.
No. Right, and then it kind of... So they're trying to take them home is what the trailer's saying.
Yeah, they're opening up like mystical portals and stuff. Like, okay, now we're really away from the original movie.
Yeah, because that's the whole point. Like, the guy had to watch them because there was no place for them.
Yeah.
You know, because if there was just a mystical place, take them back there. You don't belong in our world.
So then of course he gets wet. So there's a bunch of like the evil gremlins. But... I don't know. It's for little kids.
Yeah,
little kids have no idea. But here's the thing, though. What I don't like about these kinds of projects is the little kids are like, wow, I love this. There was movies, and then it's not going to be what you just saw on that cartoon series. Is nothing like these movies.
Yeah, where the gremlins
are kind of scary.
Scary at the end of the first one. He didn't try to chop them up with the chainsaw, didn't he?
Remember he's all melting.
Yeah,
he's like all falling apart and everything. Guys, this is pretty gruesome stuff. I still think it's a pretty intensely scary scene. Remember when the teacher...
Yeah.
And he's like in his classroom and the reel's playing and it's like the lights are off and then it gets him. It's pretty scary. For a little kid, that's pretty scary. And then the little one that flashes everyone, even though he doesn't have any parts, but he always wears a little jacket. He's like, exactly. He's my favorite. Is he going to be in this? If he's not, I don't want to watch it. He needs to do it in every episode. Nice. But yeah, I don't know. I think it looks... I don't like the look. That weird kind of fat look. Everyone's kind of fat looking and
yeah.
Well, they were making two different things. This is the other thing they were talking about.
Yeah, so this is something that's out of... I don't even know what it's called. Mogwai Legacy or something. I don't know what the hell it's called.
Gremlins something.
But yeah, this is literally in Gremlins name only. Like they just said, let's make a little kiddie version of it.
Yeah, the idea and made a completely different story.
This would have worked. Remember back in the 80s, like there was a Karate Kid cartoon?
There was like, cartoons for everything.
Yeah, there's a cartoon for RoboCop, a cartoon for things that were like rated R things, and like, oh, they just make cartoons out of them. But I think the worst example, the most egregious example would be like Toxic Avenger. That movie's like rated X.
Right, and it's so funny because you could watch an episode and it's so corny and like kiddish, it's funny.
And it's like the source material is super raunchy, disgusting.
Yes.
Like if you know Trauma... They make the most disgusting films imaginable. So they made that into like a silly cartoon. That's kind of like what they did with this.
Right, because what kid's going to see the cartoon and be like, oh, I can't wait to watch the live action.
But yeah, I think this looks pretty. Again, it's for little kids. Like the Disney, like remember when they remade The Rocketeer?
Yeah.
And it's just for little kids.
And that's another travesty that I didn't like either.
Yeah, painted pink, and then she's going to solve numbers and stuff. It's right above Dora the Explorer how little infantile it was.
Right, and that's what makes you mad. Even I could get past the female thing, whatever. It was the fact that it was like for little kids.
It's just like Dr. McStuffins.
Yeah.
That's what this is kind of right there with that, where it's like, oh, they're going to learn about friendship and stuff, and it's not really a show.
Yeah.
Ugh. Crimson's in here. Thanks for watching the video. Remember, liking, subscribing, sharing, and commenting on the video really helps out a lot. It gets the video spread around more people get to see the videos, and we get to make more videos for you guys. So thank you, and we appreciate every single one of you guys.